Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to continue my Van Helsing-esque quest to put another Dracula into the gruesome ground of the graveyards of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. And we're just gonna get rolling here. And when I talk about Van Helsing, I'm of course talking about Anthony Hopkins Van Helsing here. I'm not talking about Hugh Jackman's Van Helsing. Don't get me wrong, I love my Hugh Jackman. He is a glorious and noble individual, and I will respect him forever. Love him, fearsome. Got nothing but love for you, Hugh, but I think that we can all agree that despite the lovely and vivacious Kate Beckinsale throwing off her shackles as a vampire typecast character to play a woman who fights vampires is like a classic film switcheroo. But despite Kate Beckinsale's turn in that movie, it still sucked like 8.5 miles of dong. It was terrible. Or maybe, what I probably should say is that it sucked $3.5 million worth of dong, because you know what? That movie, Van Helsing, feel free to Google it. Kind of a Transformers thing going, in that despite being terrible, it still made $300 million. It somehow turned in a James Cameron-sized Titanic fortune. I don't get it. It's you'll be like, Pete, there's no way that movie made $300 million. I'm serious. Go look at the box office totals for that movie. It made $300 million, man. I know, it seems insane to me too, but it did. It made so much money that it actually spawned its own, like, universe thing. They're doing this, what they call the Dark Universe thing, where it's gonna be, like, I think it's Steven Sommers is the director of those. He's gonna do a bunch of, like, rehashed classic Hollywood vampires, you know, like Dracula, etc., etc. I did not mean to do... I meant to throw the anti-venom on the floor, instead I threw the holy water on the floor. Son of a bitch. But there's gonna be a whole thing, and the, like, most recent installment of the Dark Universe was the Tom Cruise version. I don't know if I want to call it a reboot. Although, I guess he did do the... not the original Mummy, because that would have been in, like, 1920-something. But the reboot of the Mummy, the Tom Cruise version, is the reboot. And I think the same director did the original reboot with Rachel Weisz. But that guy, he loves those old horror films, and that's cool. I don't mind you recycling it, but, you know, do a better job. That film is just... oh, it's god freaking awful. That movie is... it's an abomination is what it is. It has no discernible plot. It's just basically Tom Cruise running around still trying to be Maverick 35 years after they would have kicked Maverick out of the Air Force for buzzing the tower. He's still playing the one-trick pony. He went the opposite of the Kate Beckinsale direction, that Tom Cruise, he's staying typecast, baby. No desire to, like, cast off the shackles of his pigeonhole. Oh, Pete, you just don't like big summer blockbusters. That's all there is. You just don't get what's a big, fun, loud, dumb popcorn movie. No, you know what? I get it. Big, dumb, loud popcorn movie, I'm on board. You can do that, you can do it right, and it can be great. It's just, don't have the movie be a hideous, ridiculous cavalcade of stupidity. Just idiot situation upon idiot situation upon idiot situation. If you want a big, dumb summer popcorn movie, do it right. Like, look at Baby Driver. Baby Driver, it's a popcorn movie. It's big, it's loud, the plot doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense, but it does have, I mean, okay, that's not true. The plot makes perfect sense. Baby Driver has a consistent plot all the way through. It's an unlikely plot, and it's a little far-fetched, but the thing is, it's at least internally consistent. Baby Driver is a great example of a big, loud, dumb summer action movie done right. It's really, really good, man. I'm not hating on the summer blockbuster. Not hating it on any way. Just saying Tom Cruise's The Mummy did not... It didn't get it done. It didn't get it done. This dungeon is freaking Titanic enormous. If we're talking about things that are titanically sized here, let's talk about this dungeon for a minute. The blood, I must have the blood. Don't worry about the blood, man. You definitely tease out some valuables. I'll take your gold. This jade's going on the floor. We've got enough blood so that anybody who gets back up to wasting, we can feed both of these guys again with blood. I must have blood before the night is through. Well, that's good, because we got plenty, so we can get you blood before the night is through. We are periodically taking a little bit of stress, but our stress management that we've got going has really been paying some dividends, and that we're sort of keeping pace with it. It is creeping up a little bit. I don't know how big this dungeon is, but we've gone, like, fairly deep into it. Honestly, we're getting almost as much stress from our guys yelling at each other here with their Crimson Curse as we are from the actual dungeon itself. I must please the blood? Oh, you're wasting now. Alright, well, we'll do this one fight, and at the end of this one, we'll give you some blood. We did get surprised. Very nice. Actually, we may give you blood at the top of this fight, because I think it gives you... Like, doesn't it give you big bonuses when you're real... No, I guess not. I thought you got supercharged when you were angry from wasting away from the blood. Get some damage on this supplicant. He's one of the types who can... There we go. If the bleed sticks... Alright, he's dead. He's one of the guys who can give us the Crimson Curse, and we don't want to get the Crimson Curse. We want to avoid that at all costs. Those guys have really been deking our Blight pretty effectively. We're going to probably get double. This is actually really dangerous getting surprised here. If these guys double round on us, we're going to be in trouble. Digestion. That's good. Hit Malvolio. Yeah, give him your damage. Now we can throw a big heal if we need one, or just uppercut a punk ass. Take some pretty sick. The whole team is freaking stunned, though. Well, that's more than fairly suboptimal. Unlikely to happen again, and I think turnabout is fair play here. You want to stun all but one member of my team? I was hoping I could, like, do the same to you, but opportunity squandered. Gonna gather the blood. That's fine. I already have vampire blood. If movies and television have taught me anything, it's that vampires are only allowed to drink other vampires' blood in the White Wolf universe, and when they do it there, it's really, really frowned upon. Be like, you know, you're a Diablerist now, and we're gonna have to call a blood hunt. Alright, somebody's getting uppercut like a punk ass, and I think it's gonna be this dude. See you in hell, shit stain. We do still have a blight on us if we need to take some more damage. I'm thinking let's go for the aggregate heal here. You don't want to be healed? Alright. Well, that's problematic if the Crimson Curse is gonna force you to refuse healing. That's very troublesome. We don't want you dead. Oh, good. Back-to-back subterranean skewers for Lady Macbeth. She's not on death's door yet, but she's real close. Get some damage on this Chevalier. You're gonna have to go for the big heal here. And we're bleeding 6 around. That's gonna be an unsustainable amount of damage. We gotta definitely get rid of that. This fight actually turned out to be... Man, these guys have really low bleed and blight resistances, and yet they still continue to resist us at every freaking opportunity. We really need to get one of these things dead. One of these needs to be not alive anymore at the end of this turn. We're going to go for the AoE heal. I know it's suboptimal and that the AoE heal also... heals our boy Malvolio, who is sort of costing us opportunities. Please stick the blight. Alright, that man is dead. Good. I feel faint. Why? I'm not even barely even hurt. We need you more hurt. Subterranean skewer on Perdita again. Okay, she's bleeding like a stuck hog. So we're probably going to want to fix that as well. One Chevalier is dead, and he did bleed to death, which means that's the end of that. This bleed's got to go, though. And you know what? We got to do a little bit of directed healing here. We need more, and we need to put more on target. Are you wasting now too? No, you're just craving. We finally got one of these bastards to bleed. Subterranean Skewer Othello. He's got some damage. That's fine. He can take it. I really would prefer that he wasn't bleeding, though. How are we doing on stress? You know, it's starting to pile up a little bit. Let's take a round to do a little bit of stress relief here. This guy does have fatal damage, so we don't actually have to do anything to him. We can ignore him for the time being. Let's have Malvolio grab a little bit of that stress unto himself. We're going to go AoE heal. Let's get rid of this bleed while we're at it. And that guy's gonna drop dead. Fight over, and another vial of sweet, sweet, delicious crimson blood.
Precipitates a dizzying
Okay, so you're wasting, right? All right, drink some blood. You're fine now. You're still only craving... All right, well, you don't get any blood until you're out. You actually got to be wasting before we're going to give you blood. I'm sorry. Also, we're going to eat a little food here. That's probably good. Who wants to open this box? Let's have you do it. Certain to put this to good use. Okay, what do we get in it? Like 2 crappy trinkets, some jade, and 1,000 gold. We're certain to put this to good use. You know what? I'm not entirely sold, but I'll take your 1,000 gold, I guess. Now what? So clearly this door, we got to find a way to get through this door. That's what we've got to do. We've got to figure out how we're supposed to get through there. I'm sort of at a loss, admittedly. I don't know how we're supposed to get through that door. There's got to be a key or something that we can find through adventuring, but I'm not seeing... I mean, maybe we need to go down this way? I suppose we could backtrack. We're taking a lot of stress just wandering around over ground we've already covered. If we're going to do that, we might as well wander over uncovered ground. Maybe we can take a cheap hallway fight and grind out some stress relief here. I still love the combo that we've got going as far as stress management, though, with our Crusader and our... the Crusader Flagellant combo. They really complement each other strongly. This is a really good fight for doing precisely that. So what we're going to try to do is stun one of these, kill the other 2. We just want to soften up these front 2 ranks, and let's gobble up some stress here. That's actually fatal damage in and of itself if the bleed sticks, which it didn't, because of course it didn't. Can we get a stun on this guy, though? There we go, perfect. Then we'll go for the Jacques. That's 2 munchers down, 3 stress relief from that as well. We may just let this guy hit us once. All right, gobble up Othello's stress. Chomp down 14. You're going to pick up 6. We're going to take a munch here. 5 damage is no big deal. We can undo that. The blight is less fortunate, but the little AoE heal. We're going to have you cure the blight. And then you're going to cure Malvolio's stress. And we got some serious mad aggregate stress reduction right there. And if we get a bleed to stick, okay, that guy, nope, we're 1 shy of fatal. I would really rather pump out some heals. If we got to take a shot from this guy, we just healed 12. And we aren't even going to have to take the shot because Lady Macbeth is there to seal the deal. Didn't get the blight, but didn't actually need it. Another vial of blood.
Seize this momentum. Push on to
all right, I mean,
end.
like, the way this team is going, we could do this all freaking day, man. These guys are really gelling here. You got the most stress. 18 for you, 16 for you. Go ahead and burn it. Blood, could there be some blood here? No, I mean, oh, great. You could have done that before we had touched the thing. You had to wait until after we touched the thing to bring up the blood, huh? Kind of a dick move, Malvolio, I'm not gonna lie. This room does connect, but it's empty and there are no curios. I want to keep exploring this upper path, I guess. Let's do one whole side of the dungeon, I suppose. And I did come down this way with the anticipation of at least maybe picking up this curio. Oh, hello. Oh, no, no! Urchin does not seem to notice you, because you already had the Crimson Curse. We could have given that urchin some blood, and they would have given us great riches. You threw away the riches, Othello. It's no wonder Desdemona was sleeping with some other dude. But Pete, she wasn't. That was a frame job by... you're wasting again? God damn, man. How much blood do you need? Check out the blood flowers. Anything good? Oh, alright. Treasure ahead, you'd wager? This does not seem treasurable. We got a courtesan back here. Courtesans are very dangerous. Nice. Good start on the manservant. Hitting him with 5. The manservant will likely go for the guard on the courtesan. And I'm okay with that. I really want to work this guy over so we can get him done. In fact, both of the teams that can cause us infallible servitude, that's perfect, actually. That's better than even guarding the courtesan, because now we're going to whack him with the Jacques. Mind your manners. What does that do? She bitch slapped us! Homegirl came at us with a straight up pimp slap. The pimp hand is strong with this one. I mean, not strong enough to keep her alive or anything, but still, she got a relatively good-looking pimp hand there. Speaking of pimp hand,
can be healed, but never hidden.
Well, that's fatal damage. So we might as well have you devour someone's stress. Lady Macbeth's. 600 gold and a key
This expedition at least
used to unlock
success.
strong boxes and doors. But we tried a key on that door earlier and it didn't do anything. I'm still taking it. We used a key on this door earlier though and it didn't work. It's got to be some kind of special key or relic and or artifact. You're gonna burn this and get yourself 30 stress relief. Oh no, something different.
Waiting to be spent.
Portraits. We're getting so many heirlooms out of all this. We can't get rid of the bandages. We can't get rid of torches because we've been using those. We definitely can't get rid of the blood. We haven't had a super abundant need for shovels. You know what? Shovels are gone. I want this busts. Actually, you know what? More than a bust, I want the portrait. The blight charm can stay on the ground. And we may have to bail out of this mission just because we got so much swag, we can't afford to discard any of it now. We're swagged out. We've hit peak swag. This is a dead end. I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing here. But we have hit peak swag. Back up to craving, huh? Alright. Well, one thing we could do is we could just drink this blood that we've got, too. Advantages then and disadvantages into bringing in a team that does all have the Crimson Curse here. If everybody on this team had the Crimson Curse, man, we'd be tearing through the blood like Brawny at a preschool. I mean, I'm tearing through the Brawny because these preschoolers are not particularly coordinated. Keep tipping over their afternoon milk. Somebody get these kids some, like, I don't know, physical therapy. They shouldn't really be this clumsy, even for a toddler. Now we're just wandering around gathering stress. Effectively, we're just taking 1 stress per tile, so backtracking in this dungeon is really, really suboptimal. We just walked down that hallway and picked up an aggregate of like 12 stress or something crazy. Also, it really does mean that... Where'd that trap come from? Oh, it's a fight trap. Yeah, alright. Whatever. Get shit on, mosquito. Well, shit. Crimson Cursed? Not this time. Intriguing. Get that Sycophant with some blight. And you uppercut a punk ass. Stick that bleed on him and then we j'accuse. Nope. Well, I was hoping we might come up with the combo, but the bleed didn't stick. Gathering the blood. Don't get Crimson Cursed, though. It's acceptable as long as you don't wind up with the Crimson Curse. We really don't care what happens to you.
Impressive.
I really would have preferred that that not have been a critical.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
We really can't discard anything else. I mean, I suppose we could eat some more food. Busts or gold? Give me the busts. We're running out of swag room. Like peak swaggery. Oh, and then you immediately smack me with the hunger prompt, huh, game? That's a dick move, man. Dick move. So I guess we'll go down this way? Battle. That's an empty room. None of these say, like, quest objective. They're just curios in a barricade. So whatever it is we're looking for to get through this locked room, it's gotta be down this way. As I plumbed the depths, I learned my trials and travails had all been for naught. Oh, don't poke the thing. Alright, fine. Bones offer no further clues or loot. Well, at least you didn't cut yourself for once. That's nice. Perdita, you know, she's a cutter. Got kind of an emo flair to her. And unfortunately, we have a group of monsters that we are not going to be able to trifle with. I was hopeful we'd get an opportunity to do some stress relief here, but we really can't afford to muck around with these dudes. We gotta kill them and kill them quick. Did that say... Oh, I thought it said a twerking maggot. It says a twitching maggot. A twitching maggot is way less off-putting than a twerking maggot. Grave nibble. All this stuff is... These are all stress attacks, and all have a chance for diseases and stuns. So in... Great shot, Malvolio. Yeah, don't focus fire us or anything. No, that's okay. Give me blood and I'll consider it. Nice work. It's exactly what we needed. Well, we at least killed one of the maggots. I'm very salty about the pass, actually.
The wounds of war can be healed.
Yeah, Wayne, the wounds of war can be healed, but this is really a war of attrition, not so much... You guys are getting Jacques.
Back to the pit.
Good shot there. 13 damage on a non-critical. Alright, so... I don't really like dicking around with ghouls and, like, wasting time here. This seems like generally just a terrible idea. But we do need to do a little bit of stress relief. Yep, this is why this is a terrible idea. This is going to terrify everybody. Yeah, it's actually a buttload of aggregate stress we're going to take. So this guy gets to die. That's effectively an attack that gets everybody and hits them all with 9 stress. No more screwing around. The ghoul goes down. Once we put fatal damage on him from a combination of blights and bleeds, which is actually now we can consider screwing around a little bit. So, cure this blight. Actually, cure that bleed. We don't have to do anything to this guy. He's blighted 5, bleeding 5. Let's just AoE heal. We're really just AoE healing here to try and farm out some criticals. I really didn't need you piling on, though, dog. That's not cool. Don't do... Okay, I was gonna say, just don't pass or do something equally stupid. We need some stress relief here.
The wounds of war.
Still no criticals from the heals.
But never hidden.
Battlefield band. You know what? Nobody even needs a battlefield bandage. Just throw some more blight at that ghoul.
Their cursed champion falls.
Would have loved to have gotten another shot. We really can't. Okay. Strong boxes and doors, but we tried a key on the door and it didn't work. I'm in such a quandary here. I want to get rid of this key. I really do. Now, you know what? All right, Crest. Pete, you're throwing away Crest, which you need to build your puppet theater. I know I need them for the puppets. I want to go to the land of make-believe with Mr. Rogers and his magic puppet family, but I don't think it's in the cards for us. At least not immediately. We're so deep into this dungeon, too. Okay, this could be... Oh, no. Come on. All right. Well, it's a bunch of gold that we can't carry. Screw it. Key's going on the floor. 1,250 gold. Whatever it is that opens this door, I don't think that key is it. I really don't. We already tried the whole key thing once, and it didn't work. Didn't pan out, so I'm taking it back. This key was mine, and it didn't work. So I'm taking it back. Taking them all back. Our stress levels are starting to get a little higher than I would like. This may be the fight that does it for us, then. This might be the end of the road. Alright. I really want to start working over these chevaliers. But I think we can maybe get a double stun on those guys with our Plague Doctor. Just maybe. Their stun resistance is poor. Okay, good. It's stuck. You're going to take 5 and get whacked with a Jacques. Don't get the curse. Don't get the curse. Don't get the curse. Good. Okay. So far, so good. You guys are, following instructions. I can appreciate that. Whack that man with a hammer. Stick the bleed. All right, he's done dealing. This is okay. Good. Everybody. The team is firing on all cylinders here. We really needed that corpse to stick around, though, so that we could have hit both of these guys with one blight attack. That would have been very nice. On the nice part here, these guys do just do damage. Subterranean Skewer, a little bit of a debuff. You know what? Let's go for the Jacques. Even though the direct damage would have done more, we can push this man forward so that next time we can Jacques, ow, and make sure we hit them both. Yeah, that critical. Never mind, the stress is all over the place when we get to shit criticaled out of us. Give you another dose of the blight, which you're going to resist. That's extraordinarily bad. We did stick to bleed, but it's still not fatal damage, so we can get damage and healing. Beautiful. We still are stuck with that bleed, which is unfortunate. Buried Blast. I really don't mind you guys putting some hurt on Malvolio here. Fatal damage for you. We got to do some Stress Goblin as well. Stress Goblin, it sounds like a toy that you would buy at like a Bed Bath & Beyond. What's that thing you're squeezing in your fist, Pete? I don't know. This is like weird little green. It's my Stress Goblin, man. I'm squeezing my Stress Goblin. When I get worried, grab your goblin. The commercial writes itself. When you're worried, just grab your goblin. That bleed is out of control, though. Stress relief. You're up to craving. The blood, I must have the blood. Yeah, you know what? The only thing you're going to get here, the stress, you must have the stress. Go ahead and take that. You're going to direct heal yourself because you're basically completely ruined. You're going to get rid of that 85-point bleed. Well, there's absolutely no reason to damage this man now. None whatsoever. Unless we want to hit ourselves with a really big heal, which we might. Good work. Steal your own blood. Sure. Great idea. There's a whole repository of blood that lies within me. You know what? Just gobble more stress, actually. Who's got the most? You have 39. We could go for the heal here, but having our boy really, really hurt just means that we can start things off next time. We can go big on the start of the next round. It'll be a real go big or go home situation, and we can just, instead of going home, we can go big. Also got some free stress relief out of a pointless critical.
A momentary abatement.
Bump everybody back up. Get me some gobble stress here off our boy. He ate 6, getting 8 back. The stress management we got going here is just, it's on all cylinders, man. It's really working well.
And insidious killer.
More treasures getting thrown on the floor. We have scouted once again. Can you give me something useful out of this scouting? Like, tell me what the hell I'm supposed to be doing or where I'm supposed to be going. We're just wandering around in this freaking dungeon for an eternity. We've been in here for a really long time. Like, we've gone through a lot of dungeon, and I threw all of my shovels on the floor, didn't I? All right, well, you know what? We don't have a shovel. We're gonna do it the hard way.
Tools of iron. You must rely on
That's a lot of stress.
An indefatigable purpose.
But we can manage it. We're gonna get, I think if we, oh, god damn it. We could have burned that for stress relief, you jerk. Oh, and good, you unleashed a fight on us. That's, you know, exactly what we needed.
A singular strike.
Nice critical, a little bit of aggregate stress relief. We gotta make this thing be dead. You know what, I don't want to waste a big shot on him. We'll just stay below half health for now. Between the two of these guys, they're unlikely to be able to put us on death's door. Let's get some blight up this guy's snot box. He resisted because of course he did. The Jacques gonna gather the blood. Othello's got blood to spare. He's got whole vials of it. Rib crack. So that's sort of like a point blank shot, but it comes with a -2 speed debuff, huh? All right, what's your blight resistance? Like 60. Well, it's lower. Take that, Mr. Esquire. I think we're gonna have to go for a big heal on our boy here. I want Esquire killed, but I also want to throw, you know what? We're under half. Now's the time to go for the big. This is the big swing right there. Comes another rib cracker. That's fine. Just keep whacking Malvolio, man. We want him taking the punishment. That's what we brought him for. Then the double stomp.
success so clearly.
Okay, a manslayer's ring is really good.
Or is it merely
Way too
a
good
trick
to
of the
abandon.
light?
We cannot leave this behind. This is coming home with us, so adios bandages. I gotta have the manslayer's ring. I really don't want to throw 1,500 gold on the floor, but also, yeah. The only thing left we've got in our inventory that we might be able to really consider abandoning are torches, which we kind of need for busting through mist, and blood, which we can't afford to abandon at all. Wait, isn't one of our guys wasting currently? Oh, you should probably drink some blood before you drop that, huh? There we go. How much more of this dungeon is there? Alright, let's go this way. I'm hopeful that this is maybe a dead end. This dungeon is freaking enormous, man. I got a little bit too close.
Ambushed by foul invention.
That's okay. This ambush is actually surprisingly a good opportunity for us to get rid of some stress. So, who has the most? 33, 39, 41. Gobble up some of Perdida's stress. Pete, you're not going to have Malvolio swing? Nah, we're going to go for the Jacques here. Didn't get the kill. And this guy is hugely blight resistant. That's okay. The impact did 2 damage. Gathering the blood. And we actually got to start doing some concentrated stress relief on our boy Malvolio here. We don't want to kill you, but this is pretty unlikely to kill you.
Precision and power.
Perfect timing, guys. Fantastic. This is pretty unlikely to kill you, she says as she drops a nuclear weapon on this man's head. Oh, what? I thought he was like a roach. I figured he'd survive a nuclear blast. They say the only thing that will survive will be roaches. Yeah, it's not true. Roaches are just as nukeable as anything else. Unfathomable nightmares. Good. Extra stress is just what we needed. And if we run out of food, that's definitely gonna be end of mission. Like, if we get to 0 bingo food, we will have to go, because we're not gonna be able to take hunger prompts over and over. I kind of feel like we're really, really close to the end of this anyway. If somebody has to be afflicted, our flagellant is not a terrible target for that, because Rapturous, you know, it has some drawbacks, but it also has some benefits as well. Really what we need to do is just get in this hallway battle and do a little focused stress relief. This is actually an okay fight for that. So let's start by whomping this courtesan with the bolt of lightning from the blue. She's been critical in the shit out of those heals, though. Give me an uppercut, my punk ass. It's got the big bleed and a big heal for us. Infallible servitude. Alright, he's gonna guard. That's perfectly fine. You know what? Stick a blight on that, man. That's fatal. Yep. You gotta do some serious stress relief. Like, the only thing you're doing this fight here, Othello, you're gonna be relieving stress over and over and over again. Telling me to mind my manners. Bitch! You coming at me with that pimp hand, girl? You gonna have to come at me with more than that. Enraging Slight pushes us forward. Once again, we don't have a target for a Holy Lance, which really sucks. Alright, split back. You won't let me move? You're gonna force me to pass and suffer stress. That's a real dick move. We also still can't Holy Lance because, once again, there's no target in the 3rd slot. This is a stress attack, I guarantee it. Yep. Oh, good. The horror. The horror. Alright, kill that courtesan. Gonna guard again. Alright. Would you please let me swap places this time? Big night. What the hell is that? Huge buffs is what that is. Oh, keep going for the stress relief. We're actually making very small gains in the stress department. Does that guy still have to be alive for the mid? Nope, the thirst. Oh, not our plague doctor, though. We managed to avoid the Crimson Curse. That's all I care about. What the hell? This lady turned into some kind of half-spider creature. What's going on with that? What up with that, girl? Alright, you gotta gobble some stress. I know he is our most stressed unit, so giving him stress is objectively a bad idea, but we can also negate that stress, giving us a total benefit of 2. Give me a taste. Come on, dog. You bled him, too. Well, the courtesan has fatal damage, so whatever this is, it's the last one. Expose the vein. 2 damage attack that marks us. It's no big deal. AoE heal. I'm just trying to farm criticals with those AoE heals. That's all I'm trying to do. Farm the crit, farm the crit, farm the crit. It did not work, though. That shuffle we got early really kind of porked us. 44, 49. I know we're gobbling more stress. We're almost certainly not going to get a chance to get rid of that stress because our boy here is not exactly speedy. Come on, churn it. Churn it. Yeah, there she goes. All right, well, I was hopeful we might get one more, but all things considered, I think we came out of that fight with less stress than we had going in. How much... What else can we do in this dungeon, man? Oh, God, somebody's going to poke the thing, aren't they? Yep, okay. Oh, you're going to have to take the bleed. Oh, she resisted it! It's about time. Every time she touched one of those, she gets cut, and then she's like, oh, I got to check this out. And then, bam, cut like she's in the corner with Rocky going, Mick, you got to cut me, Mick. Cut me. Just, okay. I mean, we're still hanging in this. We're hanging strong. Are we going to be in here 3 episodes in a row? We're going to find the Baron. These guys, you know, our team is taking some damage, but they're still holding their own. They've got plenty of blood for our afflicted parties. I don't feel like there's any particularly compelling reason to leave yet. We're almost out of food, though. Like, one more hunger prompt and we're done. I don't think we're going to be able to push it to 3. Okay, let's see if we can find a way to get to this back door. Let's see if we can get something that links up here. Give me that scout. Does it link? There we go. We've done it. All right, we found a way through the back door then. Who's your back door man? Perfidious Pete, your back door man. Here I come, baby. At this point, I'm just going to stop and have her touch them all. I think that tried to give us the Crimson Curse, and we actually resisted it. Also, having that ability for... Oh, God, you're wasting again? Jesus, how much blood do you need, man? Oh, you're also wasting. Well, shit. There. Nobody's wasting anymore. Perfect. I'm glad you touched the Dark Apostle instead of just handing him the blood he clearly had his hand out for. He's like, hey, give me some blood. You guys are like, nah, I don't think so. Not really into that. We're not going to be able to hang around much more. If we burn this, we get 30 stress relief. That's going to be you. Torch it. We did not get stress relief. We got money. I would very much have preferred the stress relief, actually. Well, that's it then. We're on... What lies beyond the shackled portal? I mean, we know what lies beyond the shackled portal. We've been through it. How do I open this door? You know what? If we have to backtrack this whole way, we're out of food. That's just going to be a bunch of stress. We've already covered a pretty monstrous amount of dungeon here. The out of food thing is the deal breaker. If we had food, I'd stay in here for a good long while. I think these guys could run it. They feel like they've got the soup for it. But we're going to have to retreat. We're going to have to regroup. Suffer the stress of defeat. They didn't get defeated, they just ran out of food.
Setback, but not the end of things.
Alright, well, we hauled 8 grand out of the dungeon, which I think is going to be roughly about our break even. So we didn't lose money. We also pulled out a shit ton of heirlooms, some of which are much needed, because now we've got 12 deeds in specific is huge. Picked up a bunch of crests, too, closer to the puppet theater, and more importantly, enough crests that we can upgrade our boy. So you got the bloody, thin-blooded, so you have, okay, replaced scattering. Honestly, that's an upgrade. Early riser, +2 speed if the torch is above 75. Replacing wield tactician, not that useful. No cheat is no big deal. Eldritch hater is freaking fantastic. So net gains on one of our party and basically a wash for the plague doctor. We are going to need to pay for some stress relief, I think.
Purpose.
No, actually, we're good.
All can be found in the
Militia training. Idle men at arms. Game 1 resolve rank. Well, Gloucester, I guess you're going to make it to resolve rank 2 then, huh? We even, I think, hauled out an extra vial of blood there, which is good because suddenly we have a lot of people who are going to be requiring blood on a regular basis. Rosencrantz underwent some disease treatment, got rid of his vertigo. That's nice. Prospero, we need you to undergo and get rid of this spasm of the entrails as well. Stagecoach, where we can recruit. Oh, there we go. Our rescued Stanley, the rescued jester. I mean, I want him, but our roster is full. Can we? He's level 3. Stagecoach network? No. We don't have enough. We're 4 deeds short of increase. I kind of feel like we gotta do this. Just like free level 3 jester. It seems a shame to pass him up. Do we really need another jester though? I mean, we got Pocket. He's not level 3, admittedly. This guy has all rank 4 stuff though. Ugh, he's real good. He's real good. I think we're going to have to do some conversion here and go for the Stagecoach network. We need it. So how many, what do I need? I need 4 deeds. All right, we got to get it. So let's do, we're going to convert. Busts, you're useless. So let's do bust deeds. The conversion ratio on this is actually also pretty respectable. So there goes 6 busts. That gives us enough deeds that we can upgrade our roster size.
Word is traveling.
We're taking our rescue boy.
Stirring in distant cities.
Putting him on the roster. I really wouldn't mind picking up another grave robber as well. I quite like those. We only need really the one Hellion. Another grave robber. You know what? She's rank 0 though. You know, we can do better. Actually, we can do better. We'll hold off on that. Yeah, we can do better than this. We can do better. Also, I don't need to trade any more heirlooms. Thank you. Go away. Guild upgrade. Get us to rank 4 skills. That'll be a way for us to blow some coin, but we're going to have to do that on a future episode. This one's long enough, man. That's like 72 minutes on one run. One other thing I do want to look at before we go down, and did that do anything for the infestation? Nope, didn't do shit. So how do we get a new invitation then, I guess, is the question. I suppose we could kill a boss. I think killing bosses is supposed to give us an invitation. We'll have to puzzle that out next time. Maybe we'll go take a shot at the inchoate flesh. We have a team that's well suited for that. Not as such, but perchance we could put one together. Romeo and Juliet might not be terrible. Could maybe throw in like, well, Katarina's stress is a little high. Bianca is actually pretty good against the inchoate flesh because, as I recall, its blight resistance is relatively low. We'll think of something, but we'll think of it next episode. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more vampire on vampire action, might consider subscribing as well. We got a lot of Crimson Curse people in the old Hamlet these days. And honestly, I think Malvolio, Perdita, Lady Macbeth, and Othello, this is going to be just our go-to team when it comes to going into the Crimson Curse. What's this man doing here? Who's this weird guy? Oh, that's the thing that tells us that idle men-at-arms get right. Okay, I'm with you. We're on the same page now. If you want to see our idle man-at-arms rank up too, consider subscribing as well. New episodes of Darkest Dungeon every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'm still really well pleased with how effectively this team performed. They did a lot of the Baron's dungeon, and they're still in like pretty good shape. We only had to cop out because we ran out of food. Pretty impressive. I'm pretty pleased with myself. I'm going to pat myself in the back hard enough here in a minute. I think I'm going to dislocate my shoulder, so I'm going to check out. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.